How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. This is going to be episode number 21 of this series now, and if you have been enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video to show your support. Once again, we managed to hit over 60 likes, and this series really is starting to hot up now. A lot of you guys are starting to get into it, enjoying it a lot more. And I'm enjoying it as well, and that's the main thing, really. And now we're going to have a squad report. It is the first of the month, so we will take a little look at some of the players that have grown. James Bree is up to a 64 overall now. He's been growing very well. Obviously, a very, very good young talent for the future. Jacob Hansen already up to a 61 overall, which is good to see as well. Tom Parks has already grown as well. He's now up to a 67 overall. Obviously, he's going to be our captain this season. Bailey Cargill is threatened. I don't know why, but he's up to a 67 overall regardless. Ben Harrison already up by +3 this season. That is just incredible. I can't believe that. The season's barely started and already he's growing fantastically well. Billy King up to a 67 overall, which is good to see. I thought he was glitched and wasn't actually growing, but he is actually growing. He's up to a 67. Ross Jenkins also up to a 66 now, which is good to see. Jake Reeves up to a 67. He's growing very nicely. Matthew Grimes also up to a 66. Look at that short passing, already 77. Tunga's up to a 62. Obviously, I will be training him a lot this season and expect more growth from him. Barkham may be 29, but he's already gone up to a 68 overall, which is good to see. OJAMAA's also up to a 69 overall now, which is good. We've got Adam Armstrong also up as well to a 69. Tyler Walker, obviously, we bought him from Nottingham Forest. Made his debut off the bench in the last game of the last episode. Ended up scoring, and that was very good. He's already up to a 63 overall. Araba's up to a 65. We've got Akinfenwa, obviously, going down a little bit. And then that is the end of the squad report for this month. So we're currently third in the league table, and now we're coming up against Port Vale for the first game of the episode. I've decided I am going to drop Baxendale for this game. Barkham's taking his place on the right midfield position. I want to give him a go, see how good he is. Cargill's going to be coming in for Lockyer, who's actually on international duty. Our first player in this series already going on international duty. We're basically, though, sticking with the same lineup for this game against Port Vale. Adam Armstrong up top. Won't be changing that anytime soon. He was very, very good in the last episode. And it's going to be a good opportunity for Port Vale early on in the game here. Can they get something from it? I think they're going to cross it or go for a shot instead. And that's a good save by Roy Silva. He's kept on going here. Passed it into OJAMAA. OJAMAA's going to keep on going inside. And he's going to have a shot at the end of it. And it's a really good shot. And finally, OJAMAA gets himself on the score sheet. His first goal for AFC Wimbledon. He's really shown Andy Barkham how to do it there. Seriously, when you've got a player with pace against the legendary AI, just cutting inside and then having a shot like that. Now it's Armstrong. Going to get this one out wide. Decent enough pass to Andy Barkham. Going to cut inside. As always, doing very well. And we'll play it off to Armstrong again, who's going to have a shot. And Armstrong does score in the 79th minute to make it 2-0. You see, Andy Barkham, that's his signature move. He didn't have a shot this time, though, like I normally would. I played it off. I played it to Armstrong. I knew he was going to finish. Even though it was a tight angle, he's so good at finishing. So there we have it. We end up getting a 2-0 result, and it's a very, very comfortable victory for us. Roy Silva, though, once again was called into action a couple of times. Made a few good saves, and he was the main reason, really, that we picked up the 3 points. You can really see there we were very clinical, though, in the match. We ended up having 2 shots on target. 2 of them were goals. One from OJAMAA getting his debut goal, and also Adam Armstrong once again scoring. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to get another Scout Future Star, actually. It's something that a lot of you guys do want me to do, and we don't really have too many youth players in this series. That's something I want to kind of implement a little bit more. Obviously, we've got some players coming through the academy. It just makes the series a lot more unique and interesting, and you see there the scout has been dispatched. We probably will hear from him in a few days' time. But now we are going to be having the next game of the episode. It's going to be against Shrewsbury Town. And you know what? For this game, I am going to be taking out Jake Reeves. He's been playing very well recently, but I want to give... Where is he? He's not even there. He's on the bench. There he is, Pacini. I want to give him a bit of a chance in this game. So yes, this will be the side we're going with. Again, we're sticking with Barkham and OJAMAA out wide. Barkham really did do well in the last match on that right midfield position. Surely we're going to outmuscle this guy off the ball. Yes, we are. Harrison. No, Harrison, what are you doing? And they get the header back inside. And they nod it down to Brown, and Brown shoots. And Brown ends up scoring the first goal of the game. Once again, all stemming from that error on that left-hand side. Not really sure what the defence is doing there. Two really poor attempts to win the header. And in the end, we get punished for it. We deserve to concede there. Now they've got a corner here in the 40th minute. And they get this one into the middle. And then they win it back again. That is really poor. And we concede a penalty. This game is going from bad to worse. It really is. And you see there, is it really a penalty? Is that really a penalty? I don't really see what's wrong with that. Now I have to guess which way Collins is going to go. I've got a feeling he's going to go down the middle. So I'm just going to stay down the middle. And yes, he does. Roy Silva makes a brilliant save. Pacini playing it to Jenkins. Off to OJAMAA once again, who turns his man and has a shot. And OJAMAA, for the second game in a row, gets himself on the score sheet. And that's more like it from OJAMAA. He really didn't have the best start to his career at AFC Wimbledon. But two shots, literally two shots in the last two games, have led to goals. That's really, really good finishing. Maybe one more attack in the game. Here we go. Grimes. No, that's it. There we have it. We end up drawing that game 1-1. Not really the best result, but considering we conceded a penalty and we were dominated in that first half, I have to say we are lucky to come away with a point. And once again, we're going to have some more player training here. Hopefully, we will see some more growth. And we do see there that Sears and Pacini both going up. Pacini is now a 68 and Sears is now a 62. Very good to see. Notts County are currently 7th in the league, but I will go ahead and sim this match. And we will have to wait and see what kind of result we do get from this one. And hopefully, we will get a good result from this game. We will go ahead and skip. And we get a 3-0 result. And it's OJAMAA that ends up getting a hat-trick. So that's now 5 goals in 3 games for him in total. That is incredible stuff. He really has picked it up. And it's good to see that he's got himself a hat-trick. So here we go into the next game of the episode. It's going to be against Preston North End. And they are actually 2nd in the table currently. We're going with the same attack line. We're going with the same young fullbacks as well. And the same defence. The Bristol Rovers partnership of Parks and Lockyer is doing well, and hopefully it will continue to do that in this game. He's going to keep on running here through the defence, and he keeps on going and has a shot, and he hits the post, and then he has another shot, and that one is deflected out. Wow, that's poor defending, and they have a shot, and that was a good effort there by Joe Garner, I do believe, and that one is just wide of the far post. Oh, that is really poor play. I do not know why it switched to that player there. And there you have it. Out of nothing, they get a goal. It's ridiculous. Why did it switch the player in midfield? That was the reason I lost the ball. And they end up getting the goal. It's a nice goal from the volley. But it's ridiculous how these League One players score these ridiculous goals. It was the same last year. And this year, you know, it's the same thing. They'll miss open goals, but they'll score absolute bangers like that. And we're going to get it over the top. That's a good ball to Armstrong. Surely onside. And I don't think he was onside, but he missed the opportunity anyway. He's done well to cut inside. And we're passing it off to King, who finds OJAMAA. OJAMAA, he keeps on going and has a shot. And OJAMAA gets the equaliser in the 90th minute. And just when I thought that game was all dead and buried, we weren't going to get anything out of it, it's OJAMAA that cuts inside, doing what he's been doing all game, but he hasn't had a shot yet until the 90th minute. And that is certainly a very good shot. A really nice shot into the roof of the net. There you have it then. Henrik OJAMAA, the absolute hero for AFC Wimbledon, getting the equaliser in the 90th minute. Other than that, we really were poor in that game. We didn't create enough chances. But it is OJAMAA once again who gets the goal. That's going to be his 6th of the season so far. He's our top scorer. Hopefully we will see some growth from Pacini as well. We'll sim this one, and we do end up seeing no growth whatsoever. Very disappointing. Although Armstrong is going up very nicely. He's now almost a 70. And this will be the side we will be going with for this game. And we've got a few rotated players in there. Players that we don't normally play in the lineup. Obviously because it's a cup game, and also we're coming up against League 2 opposition, as well as the fitness issues. We're going with Cargill at the back. He's back in to the lineup. Up front, we're going with Akinfenwa's real-life regen. Once again, we're going to be trying Araba, but I think this will be the first time that I'm actually playing with Araba in this series. Passed it back to Francoum, who's going to play it back again to Baxendale, who has a shot. And Baxendale, within 7 minutes, already gets on the score sheet. Baxendale is an ever-reliable finisher, it seems. If he's in the right position, you're guaranteed a goal from him. And once again, he gets another goal this season. Out here to Hansen, playing it in to Reeves, who's found a robber here in a bit of space. He has a shot, and again, it's straight at the keeper. Now we're going to play this one out wide, and it's Barkham on the ball. Skips around his man, passes it inside to Francoum, who's going to go for a shot. And again, it's a good save, and wow, Tunga, what on earth was that? They're having their first opportunity on the break here. It's Newton getting the cross in. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored from this. And Roy Silva makes a good save, and then they put the rebound over the bar. Try and find the pass again. He's got to be offside. Surely he's not. And that is a really, oh my god, that is a horrific mistake. We should have punished them for that. But we still have it. We're going to pass it off again, and it's another block. Jesus. Here to Barkham. We want Araba to get in the box if it's possible. And I see him getting in the box, but he's made too much of a quick run. We're going to keep on going and have a shot with Barkham. And finally, we make it 2-0. I say finally, that was about 20 shots later that we finally got the second goal of the game. It's Barkham again, cutting in from that left-hand side, a bit like he always does. And he's got himself another goal. Oh, that's a big mistake, and we've got an opportunity here. Francoum playing it through. And again, here to Tyler Walker. He's cutting inside and having a shot. And Tyler Walker should have made it 3-0 there. And there you have it. We end up winning that one 2-0. Should have been a lot more. We had so many opportunities. We bossed the game from start to finish, but we still get the win, so that's the most important thing. And it means we're going through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. Probably the most amount of shots that I've ever had in a game of Legendary this year. Right guys, so this is going to be the end of this episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And if you have enjoyed this episode of this Career Mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. In the next episode, we will have to wait and see what kind of player we do get from our Scout Future Star. We have played a lot of games in this episode as well, and we look to do the same in the next episode, hoping we can get through the most of October. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.